Scorpio. Welcome to ancientsire. So glad that you joined me for your August 2016 General Tarot reading. Please remember that these are general readings. This will not apply to each and every Scorpio out there. Um, if this does not resonate, I highly suggest that you watch your rising and your moon sign as well. And of course, a personal reading is always best because then I can um, get in touch with your personal energy, connect with your personal energy, and that will be more, that's much more accurate. Okay, and if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link to my website, which is listed 3 places here, as well as my email address. It will be at the end of this video, in the description, and also up in the left hand corner of the video. Alright, Scorpio, so I have already shuffled and laid the cards out for your August reading so that we can save a little bit of time and dive right in. So the first card in your reading is the Page of Pentacles. By the way, I am using the Journey into the Hidden Realm by Barbara Mordek, and I just think the illustrations are beautiful, so I just wanted to share them with you. Alright, so the Page of Pentacles. In general, this card is about boredom. Okay? You know, you may be tempted to say and do things and just to shake things up, you know, give some people some excitement. Better to rethink that impulse. There's probably better uses for your energy. Okay, don't do things just because you're bored. Also, the page gives you focus, backbone, you know, and gives you the motivation to stick to a task. In general, you know, the pages are messengers. They are bringers of news, information, invitations as well. And this can be an actual person in your life. Excuse me. And if so, it's usually an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Okay, male or female, but usually female. In general, like I said, this is a boredom card. You know, this is a time to really discover, you know, what excites you, what interests you, what lights your fire, you know, what do you enjoy. You may be getting invitations to try something new, or to pursue a different career, or just a hobby. That's definitely worth looking into. So the next card in your reading, and this is crossing this page. So this can be something that helps or hinders you. You've got the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords in traditional decks, you know, this is, I always think of the being stabbed in the back, being betrayed, things like that. All right. However, tens are about completions. Okay. Completing a karmic cycle, or passing the test of something in your life. And you know, this is really about if you've been having a lot of difficulty or troublesome, tiresome issues, situations, relationships, things like that, that's coming to an end. You're able to see situations clearly and without illusions. You know, negative situations can change, and that's what I'm feeling for this card. Instead of in traditional decks, where you have the knives, pinning the person down. That's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that that's coming to an end. That's completing that cycle. Okay. For some of you, you may be feeling that life is just too hard, um, and just feeling down and out. Um, you're wondering if you could take just one more catastrophe or even one more little minor incident and you feel like you might blow. Just know that things will not stay the same. Things are going to get better. Also, in this particular deck, um, she, the woman in this card is the Morgan. She is the goddess of war, of um, she's the dark goddess of Celtic mythology. Um, and as harsh as she may seem, she brings gifts, um, and those gifts are blessed relief. Okay, it's completion. It's end of suffering. She also says, it's over only when you decide it's over. Also, ending something might not be the prettiest role, but in many ways it's one of the kindest. Alright, so the next card in your reading is the King of Cups, and he is crowning your reading. Now, the King of Cups is someone who is usually very compassionate, very empathetic. Um, he's a very good listener. He's, can balance the needs of many people. He's very, down to earth, very go with the flow kind of guy. He never seems nervous or tense. He seems just very cool, calm, and collected all the time. All right. He's able to maintain composure, especially in times of crisis. Um, this is definitely somebody who, if this is not you, this is somebody who is definitely a shoulder to cry on. All right. Yeah, so, in essence, what I'm feeling here is that this card is representing the need to be calm, cool, and collected when, this Ten of Swords arrives, when these catastrophes or crises happen, when all hell breaks loose, kind of a thing. Be cool, calm, and collected, and it will get you further than um, going off the handle. Alright, so in the unknown position, you have the Three of Swords. This is secret, hidden knowledge, subconscious, something, it's unknown. Okay? And the Three of Swords, traditionally, is it's the heartbreak card, it's the sorrow, it's the cheating, the adultery card. However, it's not, this card is not all bad. All right. Um, whatever it is that's giving you grief, allow yourself to feel those emotions, and go through that grief and that heartache, but don't wallow in it. Once your grieving is over, move on, as hard as that might sound. Also, I'm also hearing, if you are in a committed relationship and um, that, don't don't be so quick to just cut it off altogether. It takes two to make things work. And you're willing, if both parties are willing to work things out and talk things out, then the relationship is definitely worth saving. This is not a time to try to hold on to things, ideas, situations, and people of the past. Everything must run its course. You must make room in your life, in your heart, in your emotions, in your spirit for new things to come to you. Also remember that time alone is very helpful. Also, the answers that you seek are within you. I'm also here to take one step at a time, and don't try to look at the big picture right now. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Start little by little, one chunk at a time. All right. Now the next card in your reading is in the past position. This is the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands is a celebration. It's, I always think of family, friends, loved ones coming together and celebrating and something joyful. This could be a wedding. This could be a bridal shower, a birth, a christening. It could be a birthday party. Whatever it is, it's happy times. It's a very joyful card. I'm also hearing, though, right here, is that if friends and family don't agree with your spirituality, don't let that bother you. You see things the way that you do for a reason, but also don't close yourself off from receiving input from others as well. Open your mind. Alright, so the next card in your reading is in the future position. And please remember, future is never written in stone. It's just the most probable outcome if everything stays on the same course. You have another 10 here, the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands is, again, completions of something in your life. Cycles, the ending of a cycle. And new cycles beginning. All right, so here you have 2 10s here, and that's very indicative of a wedding, by the way. That could be this card over here. The 10 of Wands is also a card of transition, creativity, and individuality with purpose. It's also succeeding in a task, but also finding it very burdensome and oppressive. And this is change all round, okay? I'm also hearing to reassess your plans and your options. Things may need to be reassessed and reorganized before proceeding any further. But, in essence, this is the ending of something and the beginning of something new, okay? And also fulfilling karmic debt. I know you Scorpios don't want to hear that because I got a lot of message from you last month about this, but here we go again. I'm sorry, I'm just giving the messages that I receive. But just know that that is coming to an end. Also, 2 10s, I'm also feeling that this is, change for the better, career change, and spiritual change as well. I am also hearing that it's always darkest before the dawn. so that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. All right, so the next card in your reading is in the position that could represent you or the reason why all this is going on. And you have the Moon. This is a major arcana card. And the Moon represents secrets, hidden knowledge. It also represents dreams and intuition, the feminine divine. Things may seem confusing to you now. However, things will definitely start to clarify soon, okay? You need to just stay calm, and especially if you're feeling attacked, especially at a work or your career life, all right? Stay calm, and it seems like there's a lot of drama going on in the workplace, but keep calm, and things will become very clear soon. All right. Also, if you feel that you can't trust someone, then you're probably right. Trust your intuition, trust your gut instincts there. Also, pay attention to your dreams. They're trying to communicate with you, trying to tell you something. This is also a very psychic and intuitive phase or card. So, pay attention to those signs that you're getting. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. Alright, so the next card in your reading is in the energies, people, events surrounding you. And you have another major arcana card, Judgment. Judgment, this is the, again, I'm sorry, Scorpio, this is the biblical day of judgment. This is the judgment of the soul, okay? This is karma fulfilled. This can also be a literal law or court issue, okay, that is going on here as well. And if that is the case, I'm seeing that is definitely going to be in your favor. Some of you may even be called upon as a witness, maybe jury duty or situation involving the police and courts. Also, I'm hearing that the end of an era or phase in your life is ending, and it's the start of a new one. But I'm also hearing that you can only move forward after we take a good look at the past and forgive ourselves for mistakes made. This is not always an easy task. Okay? Again, Scorpio, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I'm just relaying the messages. This is taking a look in the mirror. This is scrying your own soul and confronting the monster within. In other words, the darkness within, your own shadow self, and forgiving yourself and for the past. Right? Please remember that this is not going to directly relate to every single Scorpio out there. This is just for a select few. So please keep that in mind. I'm not picking on you, Scorpio. I'm really not. This is just the cards that were laid for you. I mean, they just popped right out for you. Alright, so the next card in your reading is in the unknown position again. Alright, this is secrets, hidden knowledge, subconscious, things you're not aware of. And you have the Queen of Swords here. Now, before I get into the general meaning of her, when I see her, she has a smirk on her face. She's just kind of very, I see malicious intent here for some reason for her, for some of you. I also see her unwrapping a blade or cleansing a blade. She definitely has plans for it, whichever the case may be. This is the Queen of Swords is not somebody you want to tangle with. She's a great ally, but you definitely don't want to cross swords with her. This is usually a widow or divorcee, someone who's chosen to live alone. This is an independent and forthright woman, okay? And she's usually an air sign, by the way. This person usually has a degree of loneliness and need for companionship. In other words, she's very familiar with sorrow. She can at times lack empathy and mercy and compassion, or seem to lack. But if this is not an actual person in your life, this could be just enduring the struggles of throughout one's life, which leads to spiritual depth, or a deeper look, or a deeper depth of one's soul. Um, in general here, I'm just seeing a more bitter woman. I'm looking right here, in this unknown position, you also have the Three of Swords, and then you have the Queen of Swords over here. She may have some sinister plans here. Just FYI, for some of you Scorpios out there, she may be trying to cause heartbreak. She may be trying to, infiltrate your relationships, because, like I said, this is the affair. This is a cheating card. Whatever the case may be, she definitely does not have good intentions. For most of you, I'm feeling that, which could be causing this Ten of Swords here, by the way. So keep that in mind, please. They even look a lot alike. Look at these cards. I'm going to hold them up and hopefully you can see them. You see those two women? They look a lot alike. They may be one and the same. In fact, I believe that they are. Alright. So the next card, the last card in your reading, this is the outcome position. And you have the Knight of Swords. Now, knights are messengers. They're bringers of news, information, invitations. This is somebody who doesn't really think before he acts. He just dives right in and charges. He doesn't think about the consequences of his actions, which can be very dangerous. And when I see this card, this could also be for some of you actual physical attack, physical altercation. Okay, that's only for some of you. But this is, in general, this is a physical energy being at its peak, emotional, spiritual energy also. This can also be that someone or something desirable is about to seek you out. But this points to a lot of activity, travel, being out and about, getting things accomplished. You're not gonna have much patience, that's for sure. A job that you've been hoping for may suddenly come your way. It's a very good omen for work. Um, in love, this could be you being swept off your feet, moving very quickly, going after that person without any reservations. Spiritually speaking, the night points to a need for silence and space to deepen your understanding. It's hard to increase your spirituality and be still and quiet if you're running like a chicken with your head cut off. You know, be at peace and be still at least um, at least 30 minutes a day. That's not too much to ask. In regards to health, you may be told to slow down a little. You may be overdoing it. Um, you know, in finances, this is a very good omen. Things are looking up. Um, you may be receiving cash you weren't expecting. So, yeah, I see some good things and I see some, possibly um, worrisome things as well. And mainly it's with this Queen of Swords and this Three of Swords. And that is not going to apply to each and every one of you, Scorpios. I'm going to, emphasize that again. Um, this is only for a select few. Please remember that if this does not resonate with you, please go watch your moon and your rising sign. And of course, a personal reading is always more accurate because it's attuned just to you. Okay, so before I go, I'm going to pick one card from the Secret Language of the Animals Oracle deck for you and see what kind of messages they have. I usually do this beforehand, but I didn't this time, so bear with me. Okay. Alright, so you have received the polar bear. Number 3. Give me 1 second, let me find it in the book. Alright, polar bear says, amidst the pressures and extremes of daily life, sometimes we can lose sight of where we are going. Polar bear brings you the gift of inner strength and the ability to move with great power and intelligence beyond what may have limited you in the past, into full experience of that which calls you now. Step forward with confidence and determination. Polar bear brings the gifts of resilience driven by a purity of spirit that focuses not on the obstacles but on the higher vision of the ultimate outcome you are seeking. Polar Bear says to speak your truth and find constructive ways to express the emotions that rise within you. His message is to hold strong to what you know while remaining flexible and open to what emerges. Find the balance between the extremes by walking your journey long enough to let that which no longer serves you fall away and melt into the sea. Sometimes your growth calls for solitude and quiet introspection. Sometimes your heart yearns to come together in communion with another. Sometimes you must conserve your energy, and sometimes you must leap with full, unbridled expression in the pursuit of your dreams. Wherever you find yourself presently, Polar Bear comes as an ally, guiding you to the heart center of your own inner strength. Take time to walk with Polar Bear, measure your approach, and gather your energy close. When the moment comes to move toward your goal, you will do so with absolute clarity and power. Polar Bear says, I am anchored in my center and aligned with my purpose. When I am still, I am quiet within. When I move with great power. I am purity in motion, endurance in the night. I am inner strength and wisdom in full expression of my light. How beautiful. And that goes right along with this reading. Yet again, that's why I love these cards so much. Okay, Scorpio, so that's going to do it for your August 2016 general tarot reading. Again, if you would like a personal reading with me, please follow the links to my website or email me. If you go to my website, please navigate to the shop tab and scroll all the way through. I think it's towards the bottom, and there you'll find my readings and the prices. Okay, so I wish you many, many blessings for the month of August, and I will see you in September. Namaste, friends.